Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow, open your bank app, and see a balance of $10,000 saved. Not $200. Not $1,000. But 5 figures staring back at you. Now, here's the real question. What actually changes in your life once you hit that milestone? Because here's the truth. Hitting $10,000 isn't just about money. It's about identity, freedom, power, security. And once you cross that line, your entire financial future shifts. But here's the catch. Most people will never get there. Why? Because they underestimate how life-altering that first $10,000 really is. So in this video, I'll break down, step by step, why everything changes after you save $10K, and why stopping short could keep you trapped forever. By the end, you'll see why $10,000 is the most important money you'll ever save. When your bank account hovers under $1,000, life feels fragile. Every flat tire, every doctor's bill, every random Amazon order you regret, suddenly it's a crisis. You're not just stressed about the problem itself, you're stressed because you don't know if you can even afford to solve it. That kind of financial pressure doesn't just drain your wallet, it drains your peace of mind. But at $10,000, everything shifts. That number acts like a buffer between you and chaos. A car repair becomes an inconvenience, not an emergency. A medical bill is a problem, sure, but it doesn't derail your life. That little gap between survival and security changes the way you breathe, the way you walk, the way you make decisions. It's the difference between living as financial prey and stepping into life as a financial predator. Instead of being chased down by bills and debt collectors, you finally have the power to slow down, look around, and choose your next move. You're no longer just surviving, you're strategizing. And let's be honest, have you ever noticed your car only breaks down when you're broke? Like the universe has a sixth sense for when your bank balance is weakest. But here's the twist. Once you've got $10,000 in the bank, that curse seems to disappear. Of course, breakdowns still happen, but now, they don't feel like a disaster. They're just another line item you handle with confidence. Because money doesn't just buy you things, it buys you freedom from fear. And that's a turning point most people never forget. Something powerful happens when your savings cross $10,000. You stop carrying the label of broke. That identity, the one that weighed on you every time you checked your balance, the one that made you second-guess every purchase, it just doesn't fit anymore. You're not that person now. And this shift? It's not just about numbers in an account. It's about the way you show up in the world. You walk a little taller. You stop apologizing for wanting more out of life. You start saying no to the habits, the friends, and the distractions that kept you stuck, and you start saying yes to opportunities, to growth, to choices that pull you forward. Here's the truth. Saving your first $1,000 is about discipline. You cut back, you sacrifice, you hustle. But saving $10,000? That's about transformation. It takes patience, resilience, and vision. It reshapes how you think about yourself. Suddenly, you're not someone who wants to be responsible with money, you're someone who is. And here's where it gets interesting. This identity shift doesn't just live inside your head. Other people start to notice it, too. The way you talk about money changes. The way you carry yourself changes. People can feel it. And that respect, the subtle shift in how others see you, opens doors you didn't even know existed. Because $10,000 isn't just a financial milestone. It's a personal rebrand. It's the proof that you're no longer surviving, you're evolving. Money is invisible, but the energy it gives off? That's real. When you're stressed and broke, people can feel it. When you've got $10,000 tucked away, you move differently. Your boss senses it. Your friends notice it. Potential partners pick up on it. You give off the vibe of someone who's stable, confident, and going places. Here's the truth. Money doesn't just buy freedom, it buys respect. And respect opens doors you didn't even know existed. Ever had a friend who always says, "I can't go, I'm broke"? Notice how they eventually stop getting invited. Yeah, $10,000 flips that script. At $10,000, you're no longer forced to say yes to every crappy job, every toxic boss, every terrible situation. Why? Because you've got a runway. Think of money as breathing room. When you've got $200, you're suffocating. When you've got $10,000, you're breathing oxygen at last. That oxygen lets you quit a bad job without panic, start a side hustle, or invest when others can't. And here's where it gets even more exciting, because $10,000 isn't the finish line. It's the launchpad. At $10,000, you unlock the ability to invest, seriously invest. Not just $5 in a random stock, but actual moves, a Roth IRA, index funds, maybe even your first rental property. It's the difference between watching wealth videos on YouTube and actually being in the game. And this is where urgency comes in, because the sooner you invest, the sooner compound growth starts working for you, not against you. Remember when $100 felt like a lot? Soon, you'll laugh at that. Because at $10,000, your money itself starts making money. This milestone is contagious. You won't stop at $10,000. You'll crave $20,000. Then $50,000. Then $100,000. Because once you've seen yourself hit $10,000, you'll never again believe the lie that money is impossible to save. And the cliffhanger? That first $10,000 isn't just the foundation of wealth, it's the hardest $10,000 you'll ever save. After that, everything accelerates. So let's recap. Why does everything change after $10,000? Because it kills financial fear. It transforms your identity. It changes the way people see you. It gives you choices. It opens the door to wealth building. And it sparks a ripple effect that keeps compounding for life. Now here's the truth. Most people will waste the next 5 years thinking about saving $10,000, while a small group will actually do it. Which group are you going to be in? Don't wait. Because every month you delay is a month where you stay stuck, powerless, paycheck to paycheck, and stressed. But the moment you cross $10,000, you'll look back and realize this was the turning point. If you're serious about building wealth and designing a life of freedom, hit that subscribe button right now. I drop videos every week to help you not just save money, but multiply it. And here's your challenge. Comment below with how much you've saved so far. Whether it's $100 or $9,000, you're on the path. And I want to see where you're at, because this community, we're in this together. $10,000 is where everything changes. And for you, that change starts today.